Hey guys, today I just want to go over quick. We got this page right here. It is your pony wall grade sheet. This one's kind of important. Out of all of your exercises, this one is worth a large chunk, 27 points. Most of them are worth 10, so it's kind of important that you guys take a look at this. So there's 9 items. With everything we do, there's going to be a rubric. It's super important that you guys look through and read so you guys know exactly how you will earn points or lose points as we go. So what we're looking at is as you guys are going through this guy is going to be super important as well. So making sure that everything looks the same and the measurements are what we want them to be is going to be a big deal. So we're going to take a look at a wall or two and see how past students have done. We have a past students work, and we're going to quickly go through this rubric. So we got overall size is correct, 0 through 3 points. This one isn't too bad. Pretty much everyone gets full points. You should be that 46 and a half wide, and you should be that 51 and a half tall. I'm going to take 2 measurements. I'm going to see where you're at. If you're within 1/4 of an inch, you get all of those points. So that's a pretty good one. The squareness, though, this is one that students, it's pretty tough to get all your points because you got to be within an 1/8. To check squareness, assuming all your cuts are the correct length, we get to go diagonal corners. Here, we have 69 and 5/16. And if we go in this direction, we should have the same thing. I got 69 and 7/16. So this one actually would get full credit because we're within 1/8 of an inch. I've seen them as bad as 1.5 inches out of square, and that doesn't get you any points. So as you guys are building these, if you need help to make sure you're staying square, let me know. Love to help. All right, number 3 looks like the plan. 3 points gets you just like. Unrecognizable gets you 0. I've never had an unrecognizable. But here's the key with this, is take a look at the diagonal braces. Those are the big things that will make it look like it or not look like it. So as we take a look here, as you can kind of see both, it looks just like the plan. So hopefully you guys get 3 points on that. What you don't want to do is put your diagonal braces this way. They won't hold like we want them to hold. All right, cuts are square, straight, and clean. So I'm just going to look at the end of your boards. I know for a lot of you, this was your first time using a handsaw, and it might have been tricky to get your cut straight. But for the most part, is everything nice and square, or is it kind of angled and all that? Pieces are cut to the correct lengths. I'll just measure them. Again, we wrote all the measurements on the board, so we should be all right there. Joints are tight.
All right, so we're looking at our wall again. We're checking out the joints to make sure they are tight. So we're going to zoom in on a few of these here. Looking down here, these guys are looking really good, especially this one. This one's just a hair off. And as you kind of get above, you can kind of see that some of those nails could be set in a little bit farther. As we get to our blocking, you can see some of our cuts were cut at a little bit of an angle, but that joint is not too tight there on the right. But on the left, that one looks great. Same thing over there. So that's the kind of stuff that we're looking for here. It looks like this one, if it just got hammered a few extra times, some of those joints in our studs would really tighten up. That one on the end probably needs a little bit more work. So we're just looking to make sure that things are nice and snug. If I had to grade this one, this would probably be a 2 out of 3. More than half of the joints are nice and snug, but not almost all. Number 7 talks about our nailing schedule. What we're looking for with that is that each of our studs have 2 nails in them. Anytime we nail a board together, we really want 2 nails in for each one. If you only have 1 nail in, what happens is the board can kind of have a twist to it. So that's what we're looking for. So one of the things though that I do want to show you is right here, that nail sticking out. That's a big no-no. So that's going to cost you a point for every one of those that pop out. We need to make sure that that doesn't happen. So if it does, we just pull the nail and we start fresh. All right, so another thing is nails set flush. When we drive in our nails, we want to make sure that they're nice and flush with the surface. We don't like them sticking out. So these guys work really good. But over here, where'd you go? These ones you can see stick out a ways, so we need to hammer these a few extra times to make sure those are flush with the surface of the wood. And then finally, how is the overall quality and look? So did we do a really nice job on the whole thing, or was it just kind of put together very quickly to get it done? But that is your rubric. So class, now you got a chance to look at how you will be graded when you submit your project. Like I mentioned before, the rubrics are huge, so you guys can see exactly what you are going to be assessed on. Now there's one other special thing to this class, and that is anytime you submit work, you're actually going to grade it yourself and then turn it into me. Working in construction, you have to be critical of the work you do all the time. And because your homeowners are going to be critical and your building inspector is going to be critical. So you guys will be looking at this. You're going to grade yourself, and then I'm going to grade you afterwards. And we'll, if there's any differences, we'll talk about it and discuss it, and we'll learn and we'll get better from it. And then it'll go in the grade book. So that's what is coming up for you guys. So good luck.